Term tenants being evicted from their homes in La Jolla so the entire complex can be converted to vacation rentals.
The Catholic Diocese of San Diego announces it's filing for bankruptcy, what church officials are saying tonight.
One elevator is broken. The other one reeks of urine. We check back in on these elevators located next to Petco Park.
Juneteenth marks the end of slavery in the United States. Tonight, how Southwestern College is celebrating how far we've come.
Vista mechanic TJ Crossman gives away a free car to a graduating high school senior, why Angel Milano was so deserving.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
Long-term tenants in La Jolla are being evicted so their apartment complex can be converted into short-term rentals. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Kirsten Holmes in for Marcella Lee. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, the new owners of the property appear to be taking advantage of a loophole in the city's ordinance to license vacation rentals.
The reason that they gave was for a substantial remodel. It seems like they just kind of want to get everybody out.
The 60-day eviction notices came in May for Devin O.D. and other long-term tenants living in this 9-unit apartment complex on Rosemont Street in La Jolla.
We've lived here for 11 years. We have 2 small children. I've got a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Other tenants who have lived there for decades also are being evicted.
We have barbecues, we have movie nights. It's a community that we try to invite all the people from the neighborhood and bring people together. So I think everybody wants to stay. Nobody wants to leave.
Records show the new owner, Rosemont Wind & Sea LLC, bought the property last year, and weeks later, Paramount Management Company LLC applied for licenses to convert the apartments into short-term vacation rentals. Current data shows almost 4% of housing in La Jolla is short-term rentals.
That unit right there is an Airbnb. That one is. That one is. The one behind it is. That one is. I mean, you just point in any direction and they're all short-term rentals.
Devin says he didn't even know about the planned conversion until San Diego vacation rental expert Jay Goldberg showed up and told him about the investment firm's license applications with the city of San Diego.
Several of the names of the people on the licenses are the same last names as the owners of this investment firm.
Goldberg runs a data website listing all the addresses of San Diego short-term rentals. He says multiple apartment units can be converted to vacation rentals using a loophole in the city's ordinance.
A person can only have one license. It could be any person, though. So if you're an owner with 5 properties, if you can find 5 different people to put their names and phone numbers down as owners of that license, they will get that license.
We want to be clear, there's nothing illegal about converting an apartment complex into a vacation unit. It's just becoming more and more common as tourists are willing to pay big bucks for vacation units in San Diego. In La Jolla, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thank you, David. We reached out to Paragon Management Company in La Jolla, but did not receive a response back. A spokesperson with the city of San Diego says she would answer our questions, but then never responded.
We're learning several people were taken to a hospital today after a 2-car crash sent a van careening into a building in Escondido. This happened just before 2:30 at 2nd Avenue and Juniper Street. We're told about a dozen people were inside that van, but we don't know if anyone was inside that building. We're still waiting to find out more about the extent of their injuries, and the cause of this crash is still unclear. We'll keep you posted. And tonight, the Catholic Diocese of San Diego is saying it will file for bankruptcy in the midst of hundreds of sex abuse claims.
That filing is expected to happen next Monday. CBS 8's Shannon Handy shares what church leaders and an abuse survivor are saying tonight.
The announcement was made today in a letter that the Bishop of San Diego, Cardinal McElroy, sent to church members and clergy. Now, he did say last year that the diocese would likely have to seek bankruptcy as it faces more than 450 claims of abuse. So this does not come as a surprise. In the letter, the Cardinal explained this move is necessary to ensure victims will receive just compensation. But some feel as though this might limit how much victims get. So I asked a diocese spokesperson about that today. Take a listen.
The reason we file for bankruptcy is that it's an absolutely transparent process. So All the cards are on the table, all the financial information is on the table, and it's a process where there are no secrets. There's no way people who have filed a claim are going to not receive a settlement. We just have to work with the court to determine what that is.
In his letter, the Cardinal says that the diocese faces two compelling moral claims in approaching the settlement process: the need for just compensation for victims of sexual abuse and the need to continue the church's mission of education, pastoral service, and outreach to the poor and marginalized. Bankruptcy offers the best pathway to achieve both. Parishes, Catholic charities, as well as high schools will continue normal operations, though Cardinal McElroy explained in the letter that both parishes, which includes grammar schools and high schools, will have to contribute substantially to whatever the ultimate settlement is. In 2019, the state legislature lifted the statute of limitations for a 3-year period, allowing for more abuse victims to file claims. Prior to that, the diocese settled lawsuits with 144 abuse survivors, but lifting that statute brought forth another 450 claims. I spoke with an abuse survivor today about the announcement. Here's what he had to say.
The almighty dollar. It's about saving money. It's about not making amends for what they've done in the past and are currently still doing, because we victims don't come forward for years.
No word yet on how long it will take to settle all of those claims. In the letter, Cardinal McElroy said the reason the diocese is facing bankruptcy is because of, quote, the moral failure of those who directly abuse children and teenagers, and the equally great moral failure of those who reassign them or were not vigilant. Reporting from Claremont, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
Thank you, Shannon. Stay with us for the latest developments on this story. We'll have any updates posted on our website, CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download the free CBS 8 app. Governor Newsom says he's stopping fentanyl and other illegal drugs from coming into our communities by doubling the number of National Guard members across the state and at ports of entry here in San Diego County. Newsom more than doubles the number, growing the National Guard's counter-drug task force from 155 to now nearly 400 service members. Here in our area, the number of guards at ports of entry will increase from 40 to 60. The governor's office says last year's service member increase helped result in a record seizure of more than 62,000 pounds of fentanyl.
The city of San Diego is starting street repair and resurfacing work in more communities this week. Crews will be out in the Navajo, Serra Mesa, and Otay Mesa Nestor neighborhoods. This is one of multiple slurry seal projects that are happening simultaneously across the city. The newest projects are expected to be completed by the end of the month. Padres fans and people living around Petco Park say the city is striking out when it comes to keeping an important set of elevators operational and clean. Tonight, CBS 8's Steve Price is working for you to get answers.
Be glad you cannot smell the inside of this elevator. The stench of urine is overwhelming. In fact, even outside the elevator, you can smell it if you're just walking by. And urine isn't the only problem they have here.
It's hard to tell exactly what this is on the floor or what happened here on the wall. We decided to check out the elevators on the Petco Park side of the Harbor Drive pedestrian bridge Thursday after a viewer sent us a picture of feces on the floor.
It's a mess in there.
John Billings has lived in the area for 6 years and says it's not uncommon to see unhoused people sleeping in these elevators, which he avoids at all cost.
I have a mother-in-law that can't take the stairs, and so instead of taking the elevator, we just walk and cross down at the light and go by the convention center instead, because I'm not getting in there.
There is a second elevator here, but it's broken. So it's this elevator or nothing.
It doesn't feel safe, nor is it clean or comfortable.
This is not a new problem. Working for you, CBS 8 first highlighted the elevator issues in 2018 when both elevators were broken for an extended period of time, forcing folks to carry strollers down the stairs and bikes too. After our story aired, the city fixed both elevators. 2 years later, we came back for a follow-up and found needles just a few feet from the doors, a mysterious substance on the floor, trash stuck to the window, and a horrible stench inside. And when we notified the city, They immediately sent a contracted crew to the site to clean things up. So, working for you, we reached out to the city again this time. In a statement, they acknowledged the broken elevator, saying this elevator will require significant repairs, and the city is in the process of procuring a contract for these repairs. This work is expected to be completed by the end of July. On the issues of cleanliness, they added the city has a vendor under contract for regular cleanings of the elevators and adjacent areas. Due to the often occurring issues that require enhanced sanitation in the area, the city is considering options for additional cleaning and sanitation services. Unfortunately, people living in the area fear even if everything is fixed and cleaned, it probably won't last long.
They can't dedicate somebody to stand here all day long. I get that, so I really don't know the answer.
Working for you, Steve Price, CBS 8.
Thank you, Steve. And remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com.
Flight attendants at San Diego International Airport joined others across the country to push for better pay. Dozens of flight attendants here in our area joined the picket lines. It's all a part of a nationwide day of action demanding airlines like American, Alaska, and United offer their employees a fair contract. About 80,000 flight attendants participated. Negotiators are expected to return to the bargaining table soon. And San Diego FC is making it official.
The Major League Soccer team formally announced its first designated player today.
The man of the hour, designated player and Mexican international star, Irving Chucky Lozano.
There he is. Lozano was introduced during a news conference at Snapdragon Stadium, which team management stressed would be Lozano's home stadium starting next year. The 28-year-old boasts more than 100 goals and more than 70 assists across 400 games. He's signed under the designated player rule. That allows MLS teams to go above the salary cap to sign star international players. We'll have more on Lozano's impressive stats and hear what he told the media today coming up later in sports. The fun activities planned for San Diego parks after dark this summer, that's still ahead.
Plus, a years-long report highlighting the abuses of power by a police department.
And we're working to get answers to concerns about a bluff collapse in Pacific Beach.
Well, highs for today, we're still talking about the seasonal range, and we were right on the money for downtown, but we are getting ready for a warm-up into the start of the weekend. All those details are coming up.